Maybe a little music calm my nerves.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife.
Happy holidays, everyone. It's Merry Christmas. Good shot, British Joe.
I was a ground soldier at the Battle of Goose Green in the Falklands War. 'Twas easy pickings and seasoned beatings for me.
So it's been quite a hectic year for us, hasn't it? What with Disney live-action remakes, the Don Bluth filmography, and let's not forget, DreamWorks shoving 4 whole seasons of a TV show that nobody asked for down our throats perpetually as if it was the night before Mass. Seriously, DreamWorks, at least buy me dinner first. But we've come a long way since the beginning of this year. 2023 has issued its fair share of challenges upon us, just like every year does. So, let's take it nice and slow this holiday season by talking about A Christmas Carol. A story that I, of humble opinion, am sick and tired of. Do you even need me to tell you what the story is? You don't, right? Written in 1843 by Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol would go on to become one of the most famous and beloved stories of all time. Despite turning 180 years old this year, it's still renowned and remembered by audiences all around the world. So, of course, it goes without saying, there are adaptations of the story in film, television, etc. Countless adaptations. It's ridiculous. I mean, how many damn times can you tell the same story of this grouchy old man learning to appreciate Christmas? I mean, honestly, look at this. There's theater, and then there's live action film, then there's animated films, and then there's television, then there's animated television, direct-to-video, radio performances, opera performances, ballet, graphic novels, a fucking comic strip? It just keeps going. There's tons of these adaptations when it's the most basic story you can come up with. I mean, honestly, what else is there to even do with this story? What, are you gonna make the Ghost of Christmas Present rap or something? Actually, I should shut up right now. That would give someone an idea that shouldn't exist. Look, I respect the story. I really do. It's perhaps the single most timeless Christmas story of all time, and I do have the adaptations that I enjoy. Probably my favorite adaptation of the story of all time would be, well, The Muppets Christmas Carol, which, yeah, it's the Muppets. It's fantastic. It incorporates all the charm that the Muppets have into the classic tale seamlessly and makes it feel like its own thing. But that's kind of my point here. There's like a new adaptation of the story released almost every other year, and I'm just sitting here like, what else is there that you can do? What possible new angle could you do to explore the Christmas Carol story? Because I can't think of anything. I remember back in the year 2009, my family took me to go see the Robert Zemeckis one with Jim Carrey. You know, the weird motion capture one. But even by then, I was pretty familiar with the story, and I was mostly bored by it. At least until it turned into a straight-up horror movie. Then I was genuinely kind of intrigued. A Christmas Carol is kind of a scary story at certain parts, primarily during the final act with the Ghost of Christmas Future. Like, say what you want about the motion capture, at least that movie is memorable, even if it is for the wrong reasons. See, I'll watch the weird motion capture Christmas Carol because it is kind of funny how batshit scary it can be at times, and I'll watch the Muppet Christmas Carol because it's very fun and wholesome, but that's mainly because they have something unique to offer me. The Christmas Carol is just such a worn-out story to me, honestly. I remember last year my friend Big Jack Films recommended I check out that animated Scrooge movie on Netflix, and I was like, no, I just don't care. I've seen like 15 of these movies and I'm sick of it. Again, I have great respect for the story, and it's a good story. I'm just tired of it, which is why I was so hesitant to watch All Dogs Christmas Carol, because I've never been the biggest fan of this franchise, and again, it's the Christmas Carol. Again. I was gonna review this last year, but then I got sick with COVID, and it absolutely floored me, so I had to skip Christmas entirely last year. It sucked. And yeah, All Dogs Christmas Carol kinda sucks too. I mean, it's better than the second movie by like a literal continent, but that's like saying the Jim Carrey Grinch is better than the Illumination Grinch. Yeah, I've kind of come around on that. The Jim Carrey version is probably better because it at least has personality in it, compared to Illumination's nothing of a movie. And that's kind of like All Dogs Christmas Carol. It's nothing. It is a nothing movie that only exists and nothing else. It's not offensive, it's just nothing. Like with the second movie, there's no continuity between movies. Itchy is just back on Earth despite wanting to stay in heaven in the last movie, and no one ever addresses this. Carface isn't in hell despite literally selling his soul to the devil, and again, no one addresses this. Also, Killer is back in this movie. Yeah, the character voiced by the Dirty Bubble is back for some reason. Apparently him and Mermaid Man got into some shit back in their younger days, didn't they? Again, this movie doesn't even care. Can you guess what the story is? Well, if the title didn't tip you off, then there you go. Carface is this movie's Scrooge. Although in Scrooge's defense, he never outright robbed anybody. He was just an old dick. So this is apparently supposed to be the finale of the All Dogs Go to Heaven TV series, which I have not watched, and frankly don't care to. I've never been a fan of this franchise, and I highly doubt the TV show will change my mind. Not to mention, I doubt anyone else is even interested in my thoughts on it anyway, so I don't see the point in making a video about it when I can't think of anyone who'd be genuinely interested in seeing that. The same could be said for this movie, honestly, but it's Christmas time, so I guess it fits the theme, I guess. Too bad I'm never gonna think about this movie again after this video goes up. So Carface robs Charlie, Itchy, and... what's her fucking name from the second movie? I don't even care to look it up, honestly. And Little Tiny Tim! Oh, of course, there's a Tiny Tim. And Carface steals money that was supposed to go to an operation to save Tiny Tim's little life. You guys are in America, though. Your bitch asses ain't ever getting enough money. So Charlie and Itchy try to get it back, but then we meet Belladonna, Annabelle's evil cousin, who's voiced by the same actress, Bebe Neuwirth, who also, by the way, voiced Sylvia in an extremely goofy movie. A character who is, in my humble opinion, just as underappreciated as Roxanne is. Bring Sylvia back, Iger, you coward! Sorry about that. I think I'd just rather talk about a better movie, honestly. So Belladonna wants to ruin Christmas because she's evil and all that stuff. Still a better villain than Magnifico. So Charlie and Itchy's plan is to reenact the Christmas Carol and cause Carface to change his ways. I mean, the guy did try to murder Charlie on multiple occasions and try to drag a little boy to hell, but yeah, this guy can be redeemed. So Belladonna is going to use a giant dog whistle to hypnotize all the dogs in the city to steal their master's presents and give them to her. I guess? That's stupid. Like, that's really stupid. Yeah, fun fact, she can turn into a dragon. She could probably just lay waste to the entire city if she really wanted to. I feel like that'd be way more evil. Dumb bitch. Not as dumb as Annabelle, though.
Now, I've left you something to help with your assignment.
Miracle dog tag. Oh, great! We'll find that big whistle in no time.
Or a better idea. How about you just tell them where it is? You're in heaven. You can see everything. Remember this line?
Hey, listen, my time's not up yet.
Oh, it is. There's no mistake about that. We know everything.
I haven't! Annabelle proves once again that she is the dumbest angel in all of heaven. Good lord. But yeah, this Christmas Carol plays out exactly how you think it would. The title characters from the property play as the ghost of Christmas, and Carface eventually learns his lesson. There's not a single joke that gets a laugh, not a single interesting new idea or catchy song. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a musical, and the songs are just insanely forgettable. I can't even remember a single one as I write this script. So Carface learns his lesson and manages to stop the dog whistle, and then Annabelle just shows up out of nowhere to save the day. What was stopping you from just doing that earlier? I get you want someone to learn a lesson, but there are literal lives on the line, apparently. Yeah, Tiny Tim's life is on the line, so there's that.
Nobody messes with heaven.
Honestly, I can't stand this fucking character. Hell, I honestly can't stand this fucking movie. It's just nothing. There's nothing here to talk about. I feel like I'm looking for a hay in the needle stack, trying to find something to talk about. I get this was made for little kids in mind, but I feel like that falls into the same trap that the Land Before Time sequels did, in that it just feels like an insult to the original. And as someone who didn't even like the first All Dogs Go to Heaven movie, I get why people do. That movie was a nice mixed bag that gave me stuff to like and stuff to dislike. And as for the second movie, that movie gave me a lot to dislike. I hated that movie. I despise that movie. It's definitely in my top 10 worst movies I've ever reviewed on this channel. Hell, maybe even top 5. It's that bad. But this? I'm not gonna remember this. There's no egregiously bad animation. There's no annoying characters, well, except for Annabelle, but to be fair, she's not in it for that long. There's no terrible, cringeworthy bits, no bad voice acting. There's nothing. There's fucking nothing here. There's nothing in this stocking. Santa just skipped my house this year. Which sparks up the discussion. Which is worse? Getting cold or just being flat out ignored? Obviously, there are better adaptations that, at the very least, make you feel something. You can watch the Robert Zemeckis one and have the shit scared out of you. Or you can watch the Muppet one and be genuinely charmed. Either way, I recommend just skipping this one. In fact, I believe most people do already anyway. But obviously, there's one thing that I can't skip. And what better way to start off the new year than with one final season. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you all for another wonderful year on this channel. You guys have truly made my life better every day with your constant support, comments, patronage, and love. And here's hoping that 2024 is the best year that we ever see. So far, anyway.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.